I want to share with you 8 main ways that I have seen that people can open up a doorway to evil in their lives. And these are not in any particular order. So, ties to the occult. The word occult comes from the Latin word occultus, meaning hidden or secret. It focuses on knowledge of the paranormal. Its basic root is that people want a glimpse into the future. It's associated with things like palm reading, mediums, playing with the Ouija board, tarot cards, going to see a psychic or a medium, the practice of yoga, Reiki, the use of crystals, the use of magic. All magic is inherently evil. And I don't mean illusion, such as a card trick, but magic in the true sense of the word is inherently evil. There can be things like reading your horoscope. Again, things may seem like they're entertaining and fun, but that doesn't mean that the devil isn't using that in a very subtle way, just trying to get a foothold into our lives. I even mentioned the practice of knocking on wood. Don't raise your hand. Has anybody ever knocked on wood? Do you know where the practice comes from? It's a Druid practice believing that spirits live in the trees. So when you knock on wood, you're asking the spirit that lives in the tree to come to your aid and to grant your request. Now, if you've ever done that, I'm not saying you're possessed, so don't worry about that. But I just share that as an example of how things that have to do with the occult can become so mainstream that we don't even think about what they mean or what it is that we're doing. And then certainly the practice of witchcraft is also would fall under the heading of ties to the occult. So all of these practices are condemned because they're a form of idolatry that violates the first commandment, where God says, I am the Lord your God, you shall have no strange gods before me. So when people turn to the occult, they're looking for a substitute for God. We can even read in chapter 18 of the book of Deuteronomy, verses 10, 11, and 12. You must never practice black magic, be a fortune teller, witch, or sorcerer. You must never cast spells, ask ghosts or spirits for help, or consult the dead. Exorcists will tell you that psychics and mediums do not have the power that they claim to have. Either they know that it's the power of evil working through them, or they've been duped by the evil working through them in believing that the power resides with them. Again, no one knows the future but God himself. The devil is smart. He can use deductive reasoning. He can watch us and observe us. He can deduce what we might be thinking or how we may act. But again, that's pure conjecture. Only God himself knows the future.